Hello, my name's Mark R. Jones. Back in the day, I used to work at Ocean Software in Manchester, England. I was 16 when I started there. Just to give you a little bit of background on who I am and why I'm talking to you. So I started there in February '87, where the main games I worked on were Whizball on the Spectrum, Gryzor, also on Spectrum, The Vindicator, and Dragon Ninja. I also did other bits. Let me just get my bit of paper here so I don't miss anything out. So I also did the loading screens for Mutants, Taipan, and Arkanoid 2 Revenge of Doe. After that, I worked on Rambo 3 and Total Recall on the 16 bits, and then I left. In 2011, I worked on a game called Dingo, which was an arcade game that had been written by Chris and Tim Stamper, who went on to become Ultimate. That's the only game where I've ever created all the graphics, the music, and the cover art. I mean, I'd never done that before for a game, so that was a first for me, and that went down quite well. I then did some new loading screens for Avalon and Dragon Talk, which I always thought should have had loading screens, but when they were released, they didn't have any. So I put that right, and I got a big thumbs up from the author, Steve Turner. In 2015, I started writing a book called Load Dig Dig, and that took me 5 years to write. And if you want to read it, you can download a free PDF from my Twitter account. Now, I'm just going to stand this side so I can put some pictures over here for a change. Then, in 2019, I found an old school friend of mine called Adrian Singh, who used to be, was a hacker and worked for Sinclair User and was known as Mr. Poke. And we made Mr. Do on the Spectrum, and that went down even better than Dingo. That's a little bit about me. Thank you for inviting me to judge the entries in this year's Yandex competition. I don't want to be negative. There's enough negativity in the world nowadays without adding to it. I'm just going to mention the two games that I thought were the best. One of my faves from this year's entries was Seraphima. The graphics in that game are absolutely amazing. Imagine if we'd had graphics like that back in the 80s. And the other one, Coins Are Mine. Now that's how to do a game. Addictive, well thought out, and fun to play. Congratulations on everyone who got their game entered into the competition. It still amazes me that people are still writing stuff for the Spectrum and still pushing it that little bit further. I've waffled on enough now, so I'm going to leave you from my retro games room, as you can see, and wish you all the best. Bye.